Hello everyone. Today we're going to be changing out the ceiling fan on this display rack thingy that I built. This one was up here I think for 4 days. It was the fan that was demonstrated for the 300 subscriber special. And now I'm going to put up the next fan for the next demonstration video. So I'm going to go grab the stuff that I need and we'll get started. Alright, so the next fan going up here is going to be a white and brass Quorum Custom from 1999, I believe, or 98, one of those 2 years. And by the way, this one's from 1991. So when I built this thing, the intention was to be able to mount the fans that I can't demonstrate on the floor so that I could get videos of them, but it's kind of just evolved into the new demonstration spot because I just like it. So obviously the first fan I was going to put up here was going to be the originals. I just dropped a screwdriver because they're probably some of my favorite looking ceiling fans out there, and I've got 2 of them, the exact same fans. I'm pretty sure they're both from 1991 as well, same year. Pretty cool. And this is the one that I restored. I got this off Facebook Marketplace for $10. I think the blade pitch on these, it's pretty steep. I think it's like 15 or 14 degrees. It's pretty good. And also this pull chain is original to the fan. That's why I kept it on there. Kind of like it too. It's like a attic light pull chain. It's just a little metal like nub at the end of it. Turn on this light. Although I'm just gonna block it. And I did put brand new oil in this fan, so I'm gonna try to take it down in one piece. Or I'm gonna try to take the motor down and like just bring it straight to its resting spot. Alright, that's just the motor. I do like the 2-piece canopy. I think it's really cool. Put this, I don't know if I can get this in shot. I'm going to put this back together. And just set it off to the side. It is missing one of the screws. So yeah, I'd say for a first fan, the rack held up really well. And especially with it being an original. Alright, this is pretty easy. Now I can just throw the next fan right on up there because it uses the same mounting bracket. Oops, tripped on the charging cord. This is a Quorum Classic. Quorum Custom from, 1998. Pretty good looking fan. I'm pretty sure it needs new bearings, but I don't really remember. I just put that paper towel up there so I could not scratch up the canopy. I don't know why I just took it off though. So now I'm going to wrap these wires around the mounting bracket and only leave out a little bit of excess. Does this thing have any screws in it right now? No. So I need to get a couple screws for that. Probably just one. If I find another, I will use it. I think I did just find another one though. So I'll use these. I might just have to bunch it up and stick it in the cleaner because these are really getting in the way. And I just hate these ground wires. And I trust the fan, so I'm just going to pull it off. If I can get it to break, I should just be able to bend it off. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna curl this wire up around my hand and just leave a little bit of excess. This is the original canopy as well, just in case anyone was wondering. I hate putting these little tiny screws in. I'm just going to put the one in for now, put this on, and then I'll line it up. I need a little screwdriver for this. a full-size screwdriver. That other screw that I put in there is a bit big. It's fine. There's the motor, all up. I'm also gonna put on the original light kit that came with this fan. It's a I think it's a four-arm. Pretty sure it's white. Four-arm white light kit. It's not exactly loop arm. It's just kind of bendy, and they come out the bottom. Now let's plug it in. The bearings are almost perfect in it. Pretty good cosmetic and mechanic set of fans that I got. There's this guy on Facebook Marketplace selling 4 vintage Quorums. 3 Quorum Classics and 1 Custom. I got all of them, of course. There's 2 white and brass Customs, or 2 white and brass Classics, a white and brass Custom, and a white Classic. Okay, so now I'm going to pause again and I'm going to go grab the blades. So here's the blades, and they're numbered for balancing. This is number 2. They're pointed tip and they're reversible. Oh no, they're not reversible. On all the Classics, they're reversible, but I guess the Customs aren't. I don't know. They're a bit droopy, but this fan's somewhat cheap for its time, and it's old. Almost 30 years old. Right now it's 27, I think. Let me do the math because I'm not good at it. Do these? I gotta tighten up all the blade screws. A lot of them are loose for some reason. It's from 1998. It's 2025. So yeah, it's 27 years old. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not. I'm feeling kind of stupid right now and tired, so my calculations of adding and subtracting are probably not the best. And the blades actually, oh yeah, they are pretty droopy. It's a very good ball joint. It moves a lot. Sometimes you want, sometimes you don't. So blade 1 goes right there, and blade 2 goes to the left of it apparently. There is a spot on the motor labeled to start, but I don't really think it matters as long as I keep them in the right order. And I will take the blades off and like number them with a Sharpie on the inside. This thing is ridiculous amounts of swivel to it. I'm just gonna pull that little thing off there. And these are some flimsy ass irons that have almost no pitch to them. But they might have they might have flattened out over time, because I know I've got some fans that the irons have bent backwards over time, or they bent to the side from the force of the air. I haven't cleaned this fan yet, so I will have to do that before I put it in my bedroom, which I might put this one in my bedroom. I really like it. It's a cool looking fan. Very basic, but I like basic fans. They're pretty cool. Especially basic old fans. And the amount of times I've seen these things pop up on Facebook Marketplace, And in the trash. I got one of these out the trash once. The amount of times that I've seen these pop up places is unmatched. Yeah, it is a bit droopy, but I can just flex these irons. They're the easy ones to bend back into place. So there's what we got right now. 2 more blades, and I do have all the screws, which is nice. That sound is the I'm just blowing the dust out of some of the blade irons. I dropped another screw. It's about to hang level. About to. Almost there. I think one blade is where it hangs the most crooked. This reminds me of a lot of Gold Coast fans, especially older ones. Reminds me of the, what is it called? I think it's called the Benini Breeze, something like that. They still sell it, and it's probably the most basic fan they sell. No, it's the Bermuda Breeze. That's it. This reminds me of that fan, the older version. And now it will hang level, and I just have to adjust it to where I want it to hang. And now I can take off the markings on these blade arms. There's plenty of this exact fan in my neighborhood, so I'll never be on short supply of it. I've already got one motor from it at the trash, but parted it out because it stopped working. It was in the rain too, so I bet you something was screwed up in it and I didn't really feel like it. Because like I said, I can just find an ungodly number of these fans on Marketplace for like $10 a piece. And this was $5 for 4 fans, which is awesome. The only reason that they were $5 is because the guy he just didn't want to throw them out. And I respect that. So I think there was a weight on one of these blades and I already took it off because I hate weights on the blades. But let's turn it on and see what the balance is like. It looks like they're all drooped evenly. And also wobble isn't a big deal to me. I don't really care. That's pretty perfect. It is droopy, so I'm gonna have to adjust it to make it not droop. It's not moving much air. But I'm not gonna twist the irons. Oh yeah, one of the blades is loose as well, so that might be why one is a bit lower down. It's this one. Let's go around, tighten up all these screws, they're all kind of loose. This thing has about an 11 or 10 degree blade pitch, so it's not moving much air. It's a cool looking fan. This is one I can use in the winter and just have it running on updraft, so it won't really be doing anything directly to me, but it'll just be circulating heat everywhere. Although my room is really cold in the winter. My room is always hot in the winter. It's hot 24/7 all year. I don't know why. Now let's turn it on to see if anything changed. Looks the same to me. This one hangs higher than the original. Not by much, but by some. It's because the original has that big motor up thingy. You know what I'm talking about. That thing. What's that? Down rod yoke, that's what it's called. So, there it is running. I keep tripping on this cord. I'm sorry, guys. I looked it up, and apparently 7 to 9 people a year die from tripping on extension cords. It sounds really cool, but it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it's a really good looking fan. And like I said, the bearings in this thing are perfect, so there's that. Alright, now let's... It might not be the irons, it might be the blades, because they are a bit droopy. I'm going to try flipping them upside down, so I'll switch to time-lapse for this. I don't think I'm going to switch this to time-lapse, because I'm just going to try one blade to see what it looks like. I would like just to have straight irons. These blades do look a bit droopy. Now that one is warping up. So what am I to do about this? Should I just bend the irons up? Because I don't think it's the iron. They look fine to me. Now let's turn around and see what it wobbles like. It's probably going to wobble. Oh yeah. It's going to wobble pretty bad. Yep. Thing's swinging all over the place. The whole rack is moving. I think I'll just leave them the droopy way. It's fine. I don't really care if they have a little... I kind of like droopy fans, not gonna lie. Like the Hampton Bay Carousel. I don't like what that fan looks like with the blades straight. I love what it looks like when they're a little droopy. Same with the Cameron. These are also warped the twisted way. So right now it's giving me less pitch. These must have run an updraft a lot. If they're warped where it gives it more pitch when they're down the normal way. Or how they were. And also the blades on the classics are warped, so kind of ruins putting the blades the other way around, having bleached oak on them, because then it's just going to be out of balance and it's going to look weird. Come on. So I do still have to clean this fan, but I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna go grab the light kit and we can go ahead and do that. So here is this fan's light kit. It is a three-way switch, which I was not expecting at all. So now I'm gonna unplug, oops, I turned the power cord off. Unplug this fan and open up the switch housing. I know 2 of these have slots and 1 should be standard. And there's a weird big screw in it, which is weird because I've never opened this thing up. This one was the only one that had the light kit removed from it. The other one that didn't have the light on it, the whole switch housing was taken off. So maybe that's factory, I don't know. Oh man. Alright. Let's switch down to the floor where I'm going to put this thing together. I do like the combo of the white light kit with the brass switch housing. It looks pretty clean, if you ask me. It is a very long thread on this. And also, this didn't really scratch up the switch housing. But I don't really plan to ever use this without a light. I just think it kind of looks off. It's because the blade irons are so long. No, it's because the motor housing is pretty small. Combination of both those things. It's a 52-inch fan motor housing. Looks like it's from a 44-inch Hunter. Like, I bet you that the Stratford housing, the Stratford 2 that I'm working on, I bet you that it has the same size motor housing as this fan. Boy, I wish we could go back in time. I could just purchase an ungodly amount of old Quorum fans, or old any fans from an old department store, or whatever. An old home improvement store, like Home Depot back in the day would have looked so cool. My grandpa has some pictures of what it looks like. It looks really cool. I should post them at some point. I wasn't really too fond of a giant light kit like this on such a basic fan. With the whole thing together, it looks pretty cool. All these fans have really cool light kits. This one with this big four-way thing. And the other 3 have 3 downward facing 3-way light kits. They're also pretty cool. No spotlight kits. I wanted a white spotlight kit. I want a spotlight kit in every finish. Got a black one. Got an antique brass one. I used to have a white one, but I parted it out. And I dropped my screwdriver again. So there's that. It looks really cool. So I'm going to go grab the right shades for this, which are on my Have to Make Camera 2 Plus right now, and I'll be right back. Here are the light shades there. The alabaster. Also got some CFLs to put in here. So I talked to the guy who I bought the fans from, and he told me this one was in the living room, which makes sense because it had like a 5-foot down rod on it. Or no, I think it was actually a 3, but it looks like a 5 when it's out by itself. So this would have been a pretty cool living room piece for that house. I gotta center these a lot better. That's pretty good. Had to put a bulb in there. CFL is probably my favorite looking light bulb. Kind of random, but I don't know what to talk about right now. So right now, obviously, actually, I'm going to plug it back in. It looks like it's only, oh, this one has a chip in it. Oh, I'll face it away from the camera. I bet you on the ceiling I would not be able to tell that that has a chip in it. And also, when I put this bulb in, you still won't be able to tell that it's three-way. These look different colors. Might be because one of them's not warmed up yet, I don't know. And depending on what setting the pull chain is on, this, yeah, they're the same color when they heat up. There you go. Now you can tell. The alabaster glass is probably some of my favorite glass known to man. This one's kind of bent. That's weird. I fixed it though, don't worry. Okay, so here's the four-way light kit. Or the three-way light kit. I'm gonna let this warm up. And while it's warming up, that looks really cool. That's a cool fan. So yeah, I'm very happy that I didn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let me regather my thoughts here. I'm very happy that this fan was installed with a big grand light kit like this. What's that? Oh, these must have been sitting in storage for a while. They're dusty. Turn it on low. See what low speed's like. Probably a little fast for my liking. I don't really care. Hands down, probably my favorite thing that I've ever built. That CFL looks a little different colored from the other three. I think that one's a different brand. Let me check. Oh, they're hot already. Oh, wait a second. So I should be able to tell what brand they are. So that one's EcoSmart. Oh, they're all EcoSmarts. This one's just older. It's yellowed. So there it is, right on low. Moving some air. So like it. I think it's a very cool fan. So thanks for watching the replacement of the Hunter original. And I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.